Hello, my name is Tamsin Astor. I help busy people organize themselves so they have time for what they want, time for what they need, and time for fun. I'm your chief habit scientist, helping you make connections between your daily habits so that you can reduce the number of decisions you have to make every day, thus freeing up more time to do all the fun stuff that you want to do and all the stuff that you need to do. So, one thing I wanted to talk to you about was how once you figured out your clarity, your focus, why you are concerned about getting on track with your daily habits. The thing to really start with is creating frames around your daily habits which are going to affect how your body functions, because without a healthy body you can't have a healthy mind and you won't, show up and be able to do the work that you want to do. There are three main habits that I think are so super important and vital for creating, abundant energy so that you can do the work that you want to do once you've figured out what that is in the world. And those are sleeping, eating, and exercising. And I call these the healthy sex habit, right? Sleep, eat, and then exercise, right? Sleep, eat, exercise. So sleeping. When you think about sleeping, I know you've all heard you need to get your 7 or 8 hours a night and all of that stuff, but one of the things that I focus on with my coaching clients, and one of the techniques I use, is the Ayurvedic model around what the particular energies are during the time of day and when you want to be focused on sleeping. Because there are particular times of the day when the energy shifts, and what's so fascinating about it is that modern science has actually backed up this research and shows that at particular times of the day your brain shrinks and increases the cerebrospinal fluid, thus washing your brain and helping you process your day, your memories, all the events. But if you're not asleep at this time, then what happens is that energy goes into, watching Netflix or, arguing with somebody on Facebook or feeding through somebody's Instagram feed or whatever it is, right? So the energy is not being used to process and digest your mind and what's going on there. So sleep, that for me is one of the most fundamental frames for how to become a successful person and how to really have the energy that you need and want to create clarity and create focus and live the kind of life you want. The second is eating, fuel. And this is not just because you want to look a particular way, although, of course it feels nice to look a particular way, right, and fit into your clothes. It's also about how you feel, because, psychologically, right? Because what a lot of the research shows, which again backs up the ancient science of Ayurveda, which I love, that's one of my big things, right, is bringing the East and the West together, right, bringing together my PhD in cognitive neuroscience and psychology with my trainings in yoga and Ayurveda. Ayurveda, the science of life, the sister science of yoga. And what this shows is that we have a huge amount of serotonin, which is that feel-good hormone, in our gut. So when we eat the SAD diet, the standard American diet, which is highly processed, very high in fats, very high in protein, very high in sugar, that actually what that does is it negatively affects what's going on in our gut and actually will make us feel crappy, will make us feel depressed. It's not just that it means that we have less energy and that we put on weight. It means that we do not feel so well. So I'm a big fan of shifting your eating. And again, I use the Ayurvedic science, which is backed up by modern Western science, of when are the best times of day to eat, what to eat at particular times of day, and what are particular food groups that you should be avoiding, and how to eat in a way that fits you, your own particular unique composition, because we all have our unique blend of energies which helps us process particular foods in a different way, right? And also how to eat with the seasons. So sleeping, number one. Number two, eating. How to figure out how to eat so that you can be successful and boost your clarity and focus and do the work that you were meant to do here on this planet. The third, that's the X of the healthy sex habit, is exercise. It's so important to exercise your body every day, because when your body is well, you will sleep well, you will make better food choices. There's this whole relationship between sleeping, eating and exercise. When you sleep well, you tend to crave healthier foods. When you eat healthier foods, you tend to sleep better. When you sleep better, you want to exercise. When you exercise, you sleep better, right? These three, which is why they're the three main habits that I focus on in my coaching business, the physical, right? The physical aspects. Exercise, right? Now, exercise doesn't have to be this huge Hollywood production. Often we get in our heads that if it's not the sort of 90-minute power yoga class, then it's just not worth it. And that's total horse manure. The point is consistency. Consistency of habit. It's exercising every single day. And again, if you can remove the choices, remove the decisions, the easier it is. So what you want to start by doing is figuring out who you are and what you like. So maybe for you it's about predictability and routine. So maybe it's finding a particular track, whether it's maybe a local high school track or a particular loop around the park, and running that or with your dog or biking it with your kids every day. Maybe you like music. So maybe it's about finding exercise classes that have music, or getting a rebounder, a little mini trampoline in your house and listening to music while you do it. Perhaps it's about doing classes with people. It's about having accountability, it's about having community, it's about having friendship. So then pick a weekly yoga class or Zumba class, whatever it is, and meet people and commit to going with them. So again, this large part of what I do with my clients is help them figure out who they are. We're all unique, we're all different, we all have different constitutions, different makeup, which attracts us to particular types of exercise and helps us process food in particular ways, and has different effects on how we sleep and how to cultivate the best kind of sleep. So, the healthy sex habit. One of the best ways to figure out how to have a healthy body, which of course then helps you have a healthy mind, is to focus on sleeping, eating, and exercise. And I use a fantastic combination of Ayurvedic techniques, which we now know are supported by Western science. Yay! All right, thanks for watching. Again, my name is Tamsin Astor. I help busy people organize themselves so they have time for what they want, time for what they need, and time for fun.